Now, what do you think is the most important health issue in your region when where you're coming from?
Yeah, in the Khabsa province, we have a lot of hospitals to work in modern baby.
Okay.
I think the important part of this problem in that province is to access and accessibility in the health.
Now, oh, you don't see it. Of course. Hold on a second. Okay, now I understand how it works. And okay. Yes. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let's see if you're actually correct. Have you done this before? Have you used application of AI in these questions?
So many times.
So many times, mashallah. But students in Karaganda, they don't do that. Okay, see, now, as you said, maternal and child health, infectious disease. Did you mention infectious disease?
No, maternal and child health, I think.
Access.
Okay.
Access to. Yeah.
Access. Okay. Now, hold on a second. I have to change so that I can see what is going on the desktop too. Display settings. Can you see my screen? No, not yet. For display. Yes, now you can see. Now you can see what I actually see. Okay. These are some pressing issues. Now, is it giving us a little bit more information about your vision? Yes, of course. But what would be your next step to do the proposal, let's say, for... you can sit, please, don't stand up. What would be the next? This is what is basics of research proposal on how you actually have to organize it so that you can apply for some funding to, let's say, international donors or to your university as well. These are the insights of what you have to add. I think you already know this. You know everything about it. But let's see. Let's pick one topic. Can you pick one topic that we already saw?
Material health and material child health, I think.
Maternal and child health. Okay. Let's say what we're actually doing now is called prompt engineering. When you write something to ChatGPT, it's called a prompt. A prompt engineer is someone who knows how to ask ChatGPT to give you the right information that you're looking for. Because I will explain you later how it works in detail, the language model of the ChatGPT. But let's see how it does now. This is exactly how I did my research. Of course, it is not a perfect solution, but it gives you guidance and it gives you benefit of not putting yourself too hard into thinking. Okay, let's say compose research project proposal for an international donor on maternal health in Kapisa, right? Kapisa region. And let's see the magic. Okay. And it's still working, see? And people around the world have been using this for 4 years. I have been using it for 1 year, and I'm still fascinated how it saves me a lot of time. And it's still working. See, it's even giving me the budget. A lot of money, I see. Yeah, this is unrealistic, but so I will explain how it works and why is it giving this amount of money. We will talk about this later. Okay, I'll just put it here. Let's see if it gave us everything. Okay. Do we have title? Research project proposal, improving maternal health outcomes in Kapisa region. We do have, right. We have title, location, approximate duration, and whoever is going to actually do this research. Now, the next thing would be summary. I think this one is the summary, very short. Now, statement of the problem, like background. Yeah, background and rationale. Here we go. Of course, once we have this information, we would still need to double check it. We would still need to work on it more. But now, as you have a carcass, or if you, let's say, if you have a skeleton, it's easier to put muscles on skeleton. This is a skeleton, muscles in your head. Okay, next. Statement of the problem, justification of the use, research objectives and methodology. Project objectives. Okay. Specific objectives and methodology. Now, we came to this point and we now want to do some kind of research, but let's say we don't have any idea on what needs assessment is means, or what needs assessment is, how needs assessment is done properly. We do have some small experience, but not too much. Let's ask ChatGPT. Okay, compose a needs assessment questionnaire. And it would be too generic. But who are we going to ask? Are we going to ask needs assessment? Are we going to assess it from local people? Are we going to assess it from, let's say, city administration? Or are we going to ask it from doctors that are actually working in the hospitals? You choose. I say we ask all three. For CT administration, healthcare workers, and population. Ooh. I'm very excited because this is very new to me. I don't know anything about Kapisa region. Let's see how it goes. Thinking, it's thinking, and thinking, and thinking. And while it's thinking, let me explain to you what is ChatGPT. Now, if you had an older phone, remember that old Nokia or old, I don't know, Samsung or any other old phone that had this T9, predictive text. Do you know T9? No? Okay, what is T9? I'm going to explain you, okay, let's regenerate. I'm going to explain it to you in a simple video. Okay? Now, my friend is asking me if we are going to meet or not. And T9 is predicting the word after word how I answer usually. It's training, and it's now more sophisticated than it was before in Nokia. But this is what the T9 is giving me after the words. No, I'm already busy with my family and family and family. 3 times. I have 3 families, and I have to go to hospital, and I have to go. This is, see, I'm just tapping it because it suggests the words that usually going after words are used. And doctors and hospital. I really need to go to doctor and to see my family. This is somewhat true. I get off work, I have to go to the hospital, and then I have to see. So it's just predicting the words. If you're not navigating it, it gives you some text. But if you add some words that are actually to your situation, it gives you more accurate text. And this system is called, okay, I see you working, thank you. This is called the predictive text. Now, to understand this predictive text, you have to be, to understand ChatGPT, you have to understand that ChatGPT is basically the same thing. It's predicting text. It's predicting which word is going to go after another word. But it gives you a lot of text, right? But it gives you one word at a time. This is how it works. Well, do you know how it chooses the words? Does anyone has any idea? Yes, please, explain it.
Maybe it chooses the words that you are using previously. According to that one, it guesses that maybe you ask for like this or like that.
Correct, yes. But I did not use any words in ChatGPT, right? It just gives me the information straight from this. This has happened because in 2010, Microsoft developed a better T9, and it's predicting more accurately the words. But when it goes to how it usually uses the words, it's okay. It's called language model, the newer ones. But okay, not this one. Let's see the basic statistics. Who is the highest in the room? Let's say someone with 190 height, right? And who is least tall in the world in this room? Let's say someone 160 centimeters. Now, who is the most heaviest? I think it's going to be me because I have overweight and it's 130 kilogram. And who is the lightest? Let's say 50. We are using approximate numbers because we do not have a lot of time to do actual research. But let's see if Excel is going to give us some actual information. I will use the function that is called run between just because I need some dumb numbers. And let's say 160 and 190, right? This is our height. Let's say we have 10 objects. Now, let's see if we are going to have something like this in kilograms. And trust me, this is going to work out soon. Let's say 50 kilograms and 110. Okay. Again, these are not an actual numbers. These are just numbers that we're going to use at this time, so that I explain you how the words are actually chosen. See? If I do this, and we go to scatter plot, now we have this chart. Now let's add trend line. Let's say linear, because it's a linear regression. Okay, when I went to medical universities, it was because I did not love math. I did not love math at all, but here I am explaining linear equations. And this is, okay, let's see if we can add from a trend line and display equation. This is the most important part of linear equation, okay? Now, based on the numbers that we have in this picture, it gives you this equation. So we can calculate the approximate weight based on height of the person. Now, logically, if the person is higher in the weight, I forgot this word. If the person is higher, he weighs more. But it's not every time the same. Let's calculate if it's going to work for me. Okay? We have this equation, minus 0, okay, minus 0.1825 times x. Which one is x-axis and which one is y? Okay? This one, these numbers represent the height. The more height, and this one, the more weight. These are not equally distributed because these are random numbers. But generally, if we adopt the idea that someone is higher, he weighs more, it's going to look like this. It's going to be sharp, going straight. I think I have a picture from original data. Now, the y-axis is the weight, and we are going to predict if my weight is going to be correct according to my height. Now I multiply it to my height, and then I add 116 and 22. Oh, it says 82 kilograms, but I actually weighed 110. I was weighing 82 kilograms before I get married. Okay, then it happens. But this is the prediction model. You have one input information, you have another word that could be statistically used after this word. So one word is used, and statistical probability is going to tell you that this word in all the documents in the world, in all the research, in any publications, these words are going together, right? And this is actually interesting because when ChatGPT went to the world, if you would ask, tell me the president of the United States who is African American and his name is Black, then tell me his last name. It would actually not work. And you know why? Because in all the official documents it goes Barack Hussein Obama. It would not give you Obama, it would give you Barack Hussein. Okay? It's just statistics with the word. Okay, not interesting anymore. And this is called actually a language model. It's all going to statistics. If you're interested in how it actually works, it's fascinating, but I'm not as young anymore, and my brain capacity and my children are not allowing me to dig deeper. It's just I know that it's called language model and it's working. But hey, I don't need to know how engine works if I want to drive home, right? So you don't need to understand how it works if you know that it is working. But again, the reason why I'm explaining you how each word is going to after another one is that you understand that it's statistical probability that one word is going to be after this word. And this is how I get this text that statistically I'm usually going to hospital and to my family. Okay, this is fascinating. Now this is a slide where I explain you how I went to university, to medical university, to not do math. These are my friends, and still here I am. Okay, this is called the process of giving probability and assessing which word is going after another word. It is actually called neural network. Particularly in ChatGPT, we're talking about text because, artificial intelligence is this broad. I don't need this broad because I understand that every piece of information, every text, every picture can be decoded to digits. That's why we call it digital words, and then decoded again. This is how neural network works. And this is precisely how, let's say, if you have a paid version of ChatGPT, you tell it, draw me a picture of 2024 written in balloons, and he says, okay, 2024, these are balloons, and he gives you the picture. Okay? But I don't need this. I only need ChatGPT to help me to do the research. This is the explanation of the heights that we already made. I'm sorry that Excel made us a not correct number, but this is called linear regression. And it all goes down to the statistics. And this is precisely why you need to study statistics more. And do you know how to study statistics? You ask ChatGPT for navigation. Okay, let's go back. We're actually coming to the end of my presentation at this time. I just want to show you how quickly it develops. It develops very quickly. It took, let's say, Google to have 78 months to reach 100 million users. But it took only 2 months for ChatGPT to reach this amount of users. Now, today, you have been equipped with a new profession that is called prompt engineer. I'm not saying that you're a perfect prompt engineer at this point, but as you go, you become better. You do more research, you do more things, you become better. And my final words would be, okay, how to apply. Let's see. Okay. We stopped at the point where I asked to make a questionnaire. See? Section 1, for healthcare workers. Okay. Section 2. Did I miss section 2? Oh no, it's just different types of healthcare workers. General information, Maternal health services, beautiful. City administration, and general population. And it gives you all the questions that you need. Now what you do, you go to Google Forms. I hope it's loading because Google is actually working very slow at my computer. I don't know why. You go to Google Forms, you make a questionnaire, and you are actually equipped to make your first research. How easy was that? It was okay. Now, I would only need to copy and paste it to the blank form. And I can make research using only my smartphone. I'm not telling you that it's going to be the perfect research, but I'm telling you that every research that you do at this point will bring you to the actual big research that is valuable, that is very useful for you in your career and for your country. And this is exactly what I'm saying to my students in Kazakhstan as well. Do not stop read. You know, the first words to the Prophet was Iqra. And I urge you, do not stop to read, but reading in this context means find a new way to use ChatGPT. Test it, see how it works. Go do some kind of research proposal. When you go home to your region, do some kind of research. It takes you mere seconds, mere minutes to make an actual research proposal and a questionnaire, and then you can analyze it, and you're a researcher. You can proudly wear your white coat, right? Do not try to do the perfect on the first time, because you are still learning. Actually, when people learn how to do proper research, it's a graduate school when you're doing your master's. But I urge you to at least try once. At least try once, please. And practice. In this wave of artificial intelligence, everybody is new. I am myself very new to this, but I just noticed that people in Kazakhstan do not use it. It's in their phone, they still not use it. They would use it to ask general questions, but not to make research. Now, you know, everybody knows that research is important for your career, for future, everything, but most important, it is important to give adequate piece of information to decision makers, right? Okay. May Allah bless us all on this journey, helping our countries, and I hope we see each other in the future. If you have any questions, I hope that I'm able to answer it, but again, I'm not the perfect researcher, I'm not the perfect user, I'm not a specialist in AI, I'm just a guy who did not have enough budget to hire people. And I know that probably you don't have enough money as a person to hire a team to do some kind of research. But now you're equipped to do some small research yourselves. Okay. And yeah, I just copy it and I just put it here. That would be it. If you have any questions at this point, please go ahead. Yes, please.
Provisions of respected professor, my question is that when ChatGPT stop the progressing and blackness of humans?
I'm sorry, I can't hear that.
Will ChatGPT stop the progresses and the blackness of humans? Because in all of the side of the world use ChatGPT. I think the same as ChatGPT, there's a risk issues, but find it, but will it stop the progress and the blackness of humans?
Will it stop?
Will it stop it?
Allah knows better. This is a stupid question. Again, you'll stop thinking for yourself. I understand this. I don't think that you will stop actually thinking for yourself, but do not rely on it too hard. You can use it to, again, imagine ChatGPT giving you a skeleton, but the muscles, they're coming from your mind. You see the questions that it gave you? Of course, you can use it as a ready questionnaire. But are you a healthcare professional or not? Do you? No, you are. You're wearing a white coat. You're already a professional. If you go outside the city, people see you in white coat, they expect you to be a professional. Correct? Now, you have to think for yourself. Is this question appropriate? Are we actually allowed to ask this question? Is it culturally appropriate? Do we actually need to add other questions? and then you write the prompt again and again and again, and after, let's say, 10 prompts, 15 prompts, you have good questions. But you just, it's not, you're just taking away the element of more boring work, and gives you more opportunity to focus on thinking. So it's just a tool. You will not stop thinking. Don't think of it like this. Hope it helps. Any other question? Yes, please.
Is the artificial intelligence help the people? For example, as speaking, that you want to do another level, you add to another level. How do you prevent these things?
Now, as I told you before, artificial intelligence could be very dangerous. It could be very dangerous. But imagine a knife in the kitchen, right? You can cut the bread with it, or you can cut something. Use it for bread only, please. That's it, and it's not going to hurt anybody. Hope it helps. Yes, please.
First of all, thank you very much for conducting the seminar about that issue. Yes, sir, I have a conclusion that if we use ChatGPT for building our research, is all of the material valid or reliable for our researchers?
This is the most important question, and I was actually expecting to hear it. You would still have to check it. You would still have to be at some point professional, as I told before. You would still have to see if the numbers are accurate, because sometimes it can give you something different. But at this point, if you use it and it gives you some information,